I just stumble upon your Brahma Muhurat program. And that's where I started with the Million Dollar Morning. And then I progressed to Rise and Shine. Then from there to our MDC, the coach self-transformation, and then coaching as well. Learned a lot through the journey. It was not just enlightening for me as myself as an individual, but it also started impacting my life and my dear and near one's life also, right? That is the most important one, because they used to see me initially. They also never understood what exactly is happening. But, today my son reaches out to me and all, you are a life coach, right? You help me with my school problem or my, life in general, right? So, people also, and I think those are the signals, that your loved ones, when they start reacting and they start reaching out, that, yeah, you are impacting their life, and you are impacting their life in a very positive manner. I think that's very important. And it's a very nice feeling for me as a mother. And also the whole thing about, yeah, you are starting to impact others, So I think that was for me the bulb moment or aha moment, when people around me started reaching out to me. In fact, one of my friends said, it just suits you so much, because I always used to, being 20 years in my corporate journey, I've been having colleagues reaching out to me for career advice or life in general advice. And I used to, that time also, while I had not done coaching, but I used to talk to them very passionately, share my two bits on their, journey. So when they all got to know that I'm doing this, they say, this just suits you, right? And that also is kind of assuring that, yeah, you're on a right path. Wow. When I started, it was purely for my own self-transformation. It was never for, because I have a very successful, touchwood corporate career today, built over 20 years. I'm a CMO today at Prudential, which is a leading MNC. And therefore, creating alternate source of career or earning money was never a top of mind for me, right? So it started with self-transformation. But what happened is, during the journey, from October we started, September actually we started, till December the journey went on. And I realized that through small things, the way it is impacting me, and therefore I'm able to articulate my own feelings. I'm able to connect better with people. I remember we had one Women's Day program in our office, and typically I would stay away from such platform, even though I get invited, because I was always thinking what I can contribute, right? But this whole self-transformation, this whole knowing yourself journey that I went through, I was able to contribute. I was able to express. I was like, yeah, even I have a point of view on these matters besides my office-related or corporate topics that I can talk on, right? So it just introduced me to my inner self better. And in the process, I think somewhere those seeds of, creating impact in others' lives is also something that can give me a high, so to say. Like after doing that Women's Day, it was just a half-hour talking, fireside chat kind of a format. And I was like, oh, I shared my journey, and so many of them are reaching out in that, 20 minutes conversation. Maybe if I just take it up and, start contributing more, I think, one, the satisfaction that I'm getting, and of course, the value that they are receiving. So it's a win-win, right? And that's the time I think I started looking at coaching more seriously. In fact, while all my peer, in our MDC badge, all the coaches were already putting up stuff on Instagram and they were already doing multiple things. I was little slow on everything, because the realization happened to me, during the process, that yes, I want to do this. And I think it just, the whole self-transformation gave another, multi-dimensional life that I could live. That confidence, and the fact that, you can have a profession and you can have a passion, and both you can pursue together without compromising on anything, is my biggest learning out of this entire a year-long journey with you, Shilpa. Like, I don't have to compromise on anything, right? And I think that's where maybe, in our conversations, when you suggested peak performance coach and living up to your maximum potential, I don't have to give up my 9 to 5 because I want to be a coach. Absolutely. And I am figuring out with your team, Darshana and everyone, how I can have a scalable model with the limited time that I have, because I'm also doing 9 to 5. But yes, there is no stopping me from earning what other coaches, full-time coaches, are doing, right? So I can have two different career, but I can still, earn as much as others are doing, right? And it's just about finding your path. It's just about finding your model that we need to put together. And I'm thoroughly enjoying. I've just started off, but I'm thoroughly enjoying my journey. I have to give credit to the Shilpa Singh community, the $1 Million School. We are all so, energetic and positive. And, we were all, I was into it so much. Every day getting up 6 o'clock, attending that session 6 to 8, sometimes 2-3 hours we used to go on, right? For once a week. And then we always used to have weekends to complete the assignments. I think one thing I made it sure from day one, and I think that helped me, is I didn't miss a single session of yours. Whether I'm actively participating it or no, I used to attend every session, and that used to be like my mojo, like my dose, my high boosting energy dose to attend that session every Thursday. Used to do Tuesday, I think, and most important was doing the assignments on time. So I never had a backlog anytime. Okay. And maybe that's coming from my corporate nature. Okay, don't keep anything pending, just get it done types. Also, I think what helped is our breakout rooms. We used to do many times, we used to have breakout session. We used to have, after the sessions are done in our WhatsApp group, all the conversations. So I think overall, the community support that helped you, because you're otherwise immediately feeling the FOMO, right? One assignment you miss out and everybody's talking about it, and what is happening? What did I miss, right? So I think that really helped me to stay on track.
Wow.
And I think the program itself is so powerful that you don't get bored. You're always looking forward. So yeah,
because it's about you. You're discovering how it can be boring. It's like an adventurous ride.
It's like an onion, and you're peeling every week. You're meeting and peeling one layer of it. So
exactly. Wow, beautiful.
I wrote an email to my immediate manager saying that this is what I'm doing and this is impacting lives, and I want to be, I want to pursue it as my passion. And by God's grace, touch wood again, the response I received was, I think I just manifested it, Shilpan, because it happened during the course. I must share this story because I got this new job while I was doing our MDC. And if I had to continue in my earlier organization, probably I wouldn't have been allowed to do this. So so I sort of it like, it had to fall in place for me, all the blocks. And so I got a very positive response and very supportive response saying that as long as you're not doing anything that's conflicting with our business, you're open to do anything, and don't do anything during the office hours and basic. So I do my coaching sessions today, either early morning, late evening, or on Saturdays. Sunday, I keep it free for myself. So I think it's more than enough time that I have if I plan it well, to manage everything. Also what helps me is, because of my experience, I have a very supportive team in the office, and what helps me to keep building them and they supporting me and motivating them, communicating well, is my transformation journey. So I think the both goes so beautifully well together. It had just, my entire coaching journey has made me a better leader at work. So I manage my time better, I manage it effectively, and the entire corporate journey that I have actually helps me build my coaching business today. Wow. Because if I didn't have that strength, that stability, that financial independence that I have, then I would be constantly dependent on my husband, or I would be then making a compromise, right? Something would get somewhere, will go on a back burner. I'm not doing two, I'm choosing something, but I'm able to do both together because I think both kind of started complementing each other very well. So that's what has really helped me.
Beautiful, yeah. How both are supporting each other. Your coaching journey is what you learned in coaching. It's helping you, your juniors or your colleagues in your corporate and the corporate setup. The whole that stability that you have, that security that you have, is helping you outshine or shine in this coaching business. Wow, I love this. How beautifully you have put it together. And I think you made it happen, as you rightly said, that you manifested it.
Shilpa, I have to say here that we all have to be a little realistic. I was like, oh, now I become a coach and now clients are just going to come my way. No, it didn't happen that way. But one important learning is, if you believe in it, you have to stay on your path. Manifestation, for me, I realize manifestation will happen only when you take massive action. So if you're taking massive action, I had many failures that came my way, but I think one thing that I continued is learn from it. And your instinct is, okay, what is working for somebody else, let's start doing it, because that will start immediately working for you. But that's only short term. Somewhere you have to find your own path. And I think the moment that happened for me, and one of our conversation with your team, Darshana and all, where we spoke about, if I'm doing both, then why I should talk about, sacrificing 9 to 5, and why not about peak performance and excelling in life in whatever you do. And when I started positioning around that, I think things just started falling with me. Also, because then I'm talking from heart, right? I am who I am. This is how I am. I work, I coach. So when I talk to my client with that confidence, automatically I started seeing the conversions. I am not really talking about only business or only individuals or only life coaching. No, I'm here about improvising your performance in whatever you do. So I do have mixed bag of clients. Somebody comes to me, the other day, I have got one client who's come to me for procrastination. But he said, my procrastination impacts my business decisions. Now, how do you help me with this? And that's what, right? So today, if I have to talk about the clients, I have MSME clients who are small time, like a 50 employee unit. I also have something lined up with a leading MNC coming up in December, January, which is like a big corporate offline event. I also have a life coaching 4-week client. I have a 12-week client. I have got recently a business coaching client where he's coming up with an IPO, and has a huge potential for expanding his business. And he wants help. Therefore, he felt the need to reach out to a professional like me and getting the expert knowledge and how to have a scalable model, right, when he's going to expand his business. Another one I have is into organic farming. So I'm getting very diverse people which I never thought would come my way, and it's all everything is helping right now. My corporate contacts are helping me. My Instagram profile is helping me the way I'm talking about it. So also a while ago I made a slight segue from what I was only talking about certain modalities or certain life coaching aspects, like generic life coaching aspects. Now I purposely have turned it into a peak performance driven content. I just want to say, if I can do it, all of you can do it. I'm as common person as all of you, and everything is figure outable, as Shilpa says. I think that is sort of stuck with me always since the first time I heard from her. So I would say, just stay on your path, and I think self-doubt sometimes creeps in, but we are all coaches, so we all have all our techniques. So just beat the self-doubt and stay on your path and keep taking action. I think taking action is the only thing that helped me. I never stopped. There were points where there were ups and downs. It was not like at first go I hit the target, but I think I stayed on my path.